Na mfoni a obehwe de meba modern answer mekan me kuro mu kasa nko a. Na mepese ye mpanimfo no ntie. Se obi ye Ghana ni na ye politician a. Ontie na onhunu adwen a ewo abrofo no echirim. Me kasa free Adkwart Studios. Apostle Dr. Samson Geopolitical. Se eduru ba bi ho na utie ensem wa chi se ya. Na wabusa ho se so yempanimfo no tie ensem se ya. Ya na omodwen ho se. Ana abronti no na omo abuo mo ni aguso. Na obi tini mem omo adwen ye won se omo na wotumi a omo won hihye papa omo dibu omo man die omo pe ewo Africa ye kebi mami nkebia ye di se ye ni ankase ho enye kebi mami nkebia di mpunturo ebawo bese wutie ensem we ni question a omo busa ono kro commander na oye oti question se omo busa no ni se ne omo wie ye no a na me ka kire wo se wo ye bibini a broni emfa bibi nche kwada enti ya na enwanwa se ye mpanimfo no nim we nyina no omo sa kosam omo mfi se omo kope besia firi omo ho anadwi mitie sa nsem we ho America for no can be say na womo ayeku wo West Africa ni nyina no womo afa womo nsem enti womo busa question de ekoso nyina say womo busa captain no so wan say enti asisi America for na etitin crofom yeku ana because womo ni nyi ho ena se obi yeku na ne saka tumi no a na wasi kwan a omo ntumi nya niema a omo esese omo ye na asidanka nyankopon se awia bi ato Africa so sese na de ekoso sese na nya kwa o enya kwa na ebeduru ba bia no abibifo ni nyina no yempo ye beka ho abom yempo ye beka ho abom because the ekoso of Burkina Faso no esai African crony bebre amani bebre na mensemre o de yenkotie to bo ase na tie se omo call parliament no omo ankodwendwene omo man ho ne ekoso Africa hase no eno ne ade ehia wo mo yenkotie.
Langley, you had General Moussa Bamou overthrow the government in Niger. And it won't surprise anybody here that we trained him. The person who overthrew the democratically elected government in Niger went to the National Defense University, trained at Fort Benning, Georgia. So do we share core values with Moussa Bamou?
Congressman, let me just go ahead and state that core values is what we start off with. But there is no syllabus for overthrowing the government, not in our institutions.
Well, they're learning it pretty well, even in the absence of a syllabus, right? Because if you look at Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, in a lot of these countries, the coup is led by someone we trained. Now, I put in the National Defense Authorization Act a requirement for you to issue us a report as to how many coup leaders our taxpayers have funded the training for. That report is due tomorrow. Will we be getting it on time?
I'll do a follow-up on that, Congressman.
Well, I mean, this was the follow-up, right? Because first I asked you in that clip, how many coup leaders did we train? You didn't know. And so then I put it in the law for you to tell me. The law requires you to tell me by tomorrow. So can you give us a preview of coming attractions?
You get that. You'll get your answer, Congressman. But let me say, there's no correlation, and there's no causation of U.S. training to these members.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, because in like a dozen countries, the coup leaders are people we trained. Like, what a difference a year makes. March 16th, 2023, Secretary Blinken calls Niger, quote, a model of resilience, a model of democracy, a model of cooperation. 1 year and 1 day later, Dr. Wallander, the spokesperson of the Nigeri military, Colonel Amadou Amabrame, says, quote, the American presence in the territory of the Republic of Niger is illegal. A year and a day after our government said they were the model of resilience and democracy, they are throwing us out by the scruffs of our neck. And so is it safe to say that this failed, General Langley?
It's safe to say that there's no correlation or causation of U.S. training to a coup happening, period.
It certainly isn't. There's no causation or correlation to the training we do, creating more stability. I'm trying to ascertain whether or not all this money we spend in Africa makes the place less stable or more stable. And just for a country lawyer like me, if we're funding the coup leaders, that probably strikes me as making it less stable. Now, are you aware of the Iranian efforts to now mine in Niger, General Langley?
Congressman, we could talk about it in the classified section on that.
Well, I mean, Fox News is reporting it. They're saying that Iran is working on economic arrangements to get uranium from Niger. So,
well, in classified session, we'll talk real intel.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we've spent more than $500 million in the country. What can you say we've got for that $500 million as we sit here today? If it's like being turned into an Iranian mine, the Russians are the preferred security partner, and we're training the coup leaders.
There was a buy down on an insurance policy for protecting the homeland.
I don't think we're doing that, though. I don't think there's evidence to suggest that.
That's your opinion.
You went to Niger.
I respect your opinion.
Okay, but General Langley, you went to Niger, and you went to have a meeting with the people we trained who overthrew the democratically elected government, and Fox News is reporting that you didn't even get a meeting with the principal decision maker. Is that right?
I had a meeting with my counterpart.
Well,
utie biti na omo ye no a. Omo kan de brofo nti utie, nti me kan twi. Ade a omo ebenya firi omo anu nko an hia omo. Na ohun se democracy na omo de abesan yekomu. Enum na omo nya ne omo pe. Because eno de omo ankasa benya omo choice. Na question obusan say ehwe West Africa say womo ayeku no aba benya mampani no a omo fakese no ano ye trainee womo wa America o. Ana obusa Australia pani ni say na America for na tete womo say womo nyeku ana ana o kiro say dabi Antitia ni school omo ba ye ni bie ni wono mo a efa ku no. Na oman no nipa atimu amane a womo hunu de emfam ho. Hwe samfie we nyina. Hwe samfie we nyina o. Oti asema oka obusa se sika na omo spend e wo marry ho no omo atu agu ana. Ohunu omo adwen. Wohunu omo adwen. Na enkosi da ben ena ye mpanimfo de dadi ano no ombe sori aka se da bi afedi afono ye afedi do no afono tigari di ye bokura na onkom biu emre du obabasia atimi de ne na asifom kase dabi Nairobi say maame no osi gold mine mi ba bie ni word mo be mo bi 100 bie mu ni nyina be fa bibi nsiko eye dan ena saa afi mfie mienu mfie biensan mu no enframa efade anitie ebre Africa enti mfie bebre no ana atwa no na omunhuri na omuhu Abraham Traore kan wose wunya pagya oti pepepe de omo kan se yakum Gaddafi yakum Nkrumah yakum onu ankasa ne nipa enti wunya pagya oti pe omsa na ebeyewo afi de omo se afono yen enti wo ye the so called ECOWAS now kase wodi coup ne baye and wodi coup ne baye ne de ye support na nya yie ayamwa wo sempa hwenia ekoso Burkina Faso sese now they opa ko Burkina nafa o ECOWAS ni ko gina bontin na kase wo mpre na senka ubetimi asa babie mu a na de ekoso a ama wiase nyina ni age Burkina Faso ne amanya aka ho ne se omomba oman no ahunu yie se ni da so ho omomba oman na ahunu yie se yanso ye betumi aye bibi ni betumi ahwe ono ane man so asa dia chin ya che ensuo to ya na ye hunu a ade chin yanso ye hwe fom no ye hunu se ensuo ato omiyankeke ho amde dawrade asepa se ye man pani so ade ne na AC from ebisi or support obi a wayeku dabi ya na munnim de mo keka ya na munnim de mo keka so obi ya de papa na abrantie ba ye nti so tutu abo bia entinka ye nyina nso nyi ani mfiri nso ne emekuno won na America fo ne ba no ma be fa de omo peko no sir a French speaking countries in as na America fo nso ko on mo Messi se abibifo kan hu bom ne yegina ebe wusu wiase nyina enti oye amanyoni na organ hasia hwade pa we na sua se nye tue de kura no odi bu man no ba de hu ani se udi agora odo be famra kwan so de amma Burkina ekoso tesia ni se enye afen ye do ko gina aha embra ye adwuma ana embra na eye adwuma so man ho beton nye se eye na apia kogu nipa ba ku botom nipa ba ku mienu bi botom na omo sori omo kasa akire se Ghana na ye omo dia ye mfam mamu na ye mfam mamu kina na nkrofo nso hunu amane wo baabi ye wo kwan pimpim a ye di wini aba na mo ye wo ya ni ebusi ho se nti nipa dwen pa wo mtirimu se mo hunu nipa mobo hwensem America fo ne ti won mo keka tini omo pen senka nipa ne ntrase na oka baabi ti se ahuni dia emfoni enno asese na broni bi osi senka wa ma bibi mamu a ka onimi yie se abibifo ni nyinara ya hiafo a omunya duane kura ni because niema yeyi kire wo mo no eye baabi a omo ni di baabi a yare bi ensufin bi ankrofo nom no anu osi African kroni bi so no osi na sa niema bi o hase ete se ne ya wabro kire pepepe ye ne ya me ho kwan ene wo mo ayensa yen sorry na ye sorry e betimi aye bibi me da radio se kasa anim nyina no man kan poto ba akokra na maka kasa wo beti ase se wo hwe MPP na wo hwe ne ekoso a na wabusa se enti omo wo man ne ho do te sani abrofo no ye pepepe de hia wo mo se on benya ya japade no nko anu ne ade hia wo mo na mo kan se Nyankopon no onim de wo yo afede bibifo ni eti ene mpanimfo nso ka asem bi a medi wie osi kwasia na nitia na goro egu monti ase o ma kire wase na kwasia no ode kwasia na ebotwene no ode ne kwasia na ebotwene na modwen se wagimi enti waboro dwene ni mu a me ye chade sika etugu fom mosesa mo pone a mo se wa botwene no de se nya de a oso okina o mobium wo so ni abatira wo de bebo sa atwene no ti na gro na agu they say asisi o musisi na agu makoma so ade no se Ghana de na abesi fom na yatimi aka se dabi ya bre nwa ne ntonwe ya bre yan so we no so biem na da bia yan sa hyemonum na eba kese ne nananom a kire yan ya ka kire se won sa hye obi anum ayen pa na pampam because won sa hye nanu na akopa na pampam obeka ene de yi yan sa firi wo monum ebe power ma pampam omuntumi nka ebiem Awurade nhyira so ye bibini Awurade nhyira so semu ya wotie na be kanya wo sofo nko no ntum ohine nko no ntum dikro nko no ntum yenyina nsoro waka ye nyina ma ya bibi man Awurade won hyira won tina ni mun hyira bye bye